Well, greetings from the sales floor of Ellingson Motor Cars here in Rogers, Minnesota, northern suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota, and a mere 45 minutes away from the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport for those of you who want to come and take a look at something in person. Love to have you come on down, as they say. Well, today we're going to talk about our latest edition, a 1971 Triumph TR6. I'll tell you what, it is just one of those little cars that just tickles everybody's fancy, because I'll tell you what, they made a lot of them, and 90% of those cars ended up here in the United States. It was just one of those cars that 1969, when they went to the TR6, they were a big hit. And boy, this is a 71, and we're going to give you all the details. So you're going to want to watch this entire video from start to finish, because we're going to do a cold start, we do a walk around, give you all the details. Plus, you can click on the link in the description. It'll take you right to our website where you have all the information, pricing, and everything on this car, plus have access to our over 100 additional vehicles we currently have on our sales floor here at Ellingson Motor Cars. And our website being www.ellingsonmotorcars.com. But let's get into the details of this. I'll tell you what, these cars were so popular back in the day, and they still are, because it's just a fun little car to drive. Now, that does come with the 2.5 liter inline six, a little over 100 horsepower, which in a car of this size is really, really perfect. And of course, it's got a beautiful 4-speed transmission as well. Now, if we go around and take a look at all the details of this car, the neat thing about Triumphs is they always have their emblem in the front grille. It says TR6, so you know what it is. Not that you didn't, but I mean, it just was one of those things, like all American cars, they like to put the emblem, let people know what it is. But it's a great color. I mean, British racing green. Now, they don't call it, now this particular one, they call it Laurel Green. To me, it's British racing green, but I mean, just to be technically correct, that's what it is. Beautiful radial tires. They have a great wheel and tire in these, with the TR6 emblem in the middle. Funny thing about the British, they call this a red band tire. Rather, we call it Redline tire, but hey, who's counting that kind of stuff? But yes, there's plenty of room in these cars for, the average two people. That's why it is. It's a little roadster, whatever. Beautiful interior in this car. It's called the New Tan. So they actually are brand new. We have just had them completely rebuilt from scratch. So you've got real leather interior, beautiful matching wood. They got a wood grain dash. That's another one of the great things about these cars. And of course, like I said, new carpet and a 4-speed manual transmission. A little canvas top that goes up real easily with one person if you want to do it. It's great to do that in the event that the weatherman lied and it isn't a sunny day every day. Nice exhaust on this car. Like I said, it just is got a great look to it. And these cars sold all over for so many years. You've seen these everywhere. Not so much a good car in Minnesota in the winter, but other places. And when we do have a nice summer, it's great. But say you live in California or Texas, Florida, man, what a fun little car. And like I said, it really is a sweetheart. You look inside, of course, they have a tachometer, the 130 mile an hour speedometer, all the gauges, so you can actually keep track of what you're doing. It's just is one of those cars that just kind of tickles a lot of people's fancy. I mean, that's kind of what it is. And like I said, 90% of all of them produced in 1971 ended up coming to the United States, because people were looking for something like this, an inexpensive sports car, a lot cheaper than that Porsche or Jaguar. But yes, they sold lots and lots of these here in the States. Now, you can find all of our stuff on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Give us a like, leave us a comment, or subscribe. We appreciate it very much, and you'll have access to all the information on this car, our current inventory, and as kind of an added bonus, you can see some of the cars we've sold over the last several years as well. Now, I always recommend go to our website and look for current inventory. And that's where you go, because there's a toolbar across the top. It says inventory, current inventory, because you have access to that over 100 vehicles, ranging from cars in the 1920s all the way up into the 2000s and beyond. So if you're looking for your first classic or your first collectible, you want one, odds are Ellingson Motor Cars probably has it sitting on the sales floor, just waiting to have your name put on that car. No, I just think these are just really neat little cars. They just really have a great look, everything about them. that does have, things like power front disc brakes all the way around. It also has rack and pinion steering. It's also independent front and rear suspension. So these cars not only look good, but they handle well as well. So that's one of those things that, these things were really known for that. I mean, yes, with that performance, with a little over 100 horsepower, like I said, it gets up and goes, needless to say. Now, if you're like me, you're going to say, love to watch the videos. They're great, but I really want to come down and look at it in person. By all means, we're happy to have you come down to Ellingson Motor Cars. We are open to the public Monday through Friday from 10 until 5, Saturdays 10 to 4 as well. For those of you who want to touch, and I guess I always want to make sure that, we fit in these cars. It's always a good thing to take into consideration no matter what. I mean, I'm a little too tall right at the moment, so sometimes I have to be a little more selective what I can do. But if you're kind of fit into the mode for one of these things, man, they are just a hoot to drive. Like I say, with the 4-speed manual transmission, it is really kind of neat. Now, the other thing I always recommend whenever you get a car like this, if you say, where do I find information? What can I do? You join the Triumph Club or the British Club or whatever. Any of those clubs are great to be a member of. You get people who have the same passions that you will have or do have. And you'll always find Mr. Wrench, someone who can help you with some of those intricacies of taking care of one of these little old cars and whatnot. And that's kind of one of those things to get to know one of those guys. The other thing, Ellingson Motor Cars, which we can help you do as well. Well, how do I get financing for a car this old? A 1971, that's kind of old. My credit union doesn't do that. Well, we have sources that we can work with you and get you the terms that you want. I mean, longer terms, better interest rates, all depending on, of course, lots of information. But you can go to our website and right on the top toolbar, it says financing, or better yet, give us a call, 763-428-7337. And we can do it in person as well to help you get the ball rolling so we can get this sitting in your driveway, needless to say. Speaking of which, say you live out of state or you're not obviously from Minnesota. You say, well, how do I get this car to me? Well, there's another service that we can help you with all the time. We are more than happy to assist getting you shipping to any place, and for that matter, in the continental United States, or for that matter, any place in the world. We've sent cars to almost every country in the world now. Really working on that. That's kind of fun to do, needless to say. Well, if you're looking for your first classic, you're looking for a little sports car, you're looking for something that get up and go, have lots of fun, a little 4-speed, and a beautiful, great, of course, British color, and that leather interior is really, really nice. New brown carpet as well. I see that right there. And like I said, that soft top goes up just like that. One person can do it very, very easily. So if it's something you're looking for, by all means, give us a call, 763-428-7337, and we'll answer any and all questions you may have about this car or any of our other cars in inventory. Well, thank you again for watching our video. We appreciate it very much. And if you got any questions, remember, Ellingson Motor Cars is available 24 hours a day online. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time at EllingsonMotorCars.com.